Hello everyone, welcome to Synopsis IAS. My name is Divyanshi Singh, selected as Deputy Collector in UPPCS 2020. I've also cleared UPSC Civil Services Examination with All India Rank 726. So इस लेक्चर में हम कवर करेंगे, we have already covered India's diaspora, so we'll talk about the challenges that India's diaspora faces, right? So challenges that are being faced by India's diaspora. So we'll talk about that in this lecture, right? So this lecture is part of mains classroom program at Synopsis IAS. You can visit website synopsisias.in to get more information, more detailed information about the courses that are available at Synopsis IAS, optional courses, foundation courses, test series courses, and special courses. Special courses are actually for those who want to enrich their scores in PT, prelims, or in your mains examination, like this mains in 300 topic is there, mains answer building program is there, and also for GS4 ethics there is course available at Synopsis IAS. Now talking about the lecture, so we know that Indian diaspora, it is approximately 18 million. India's diaspora is living in several countries like USA, United Kingdoms, right? Several countries in European Union, Canada, Africa, right? UAE, Saudi Arabia. These are the countries which actually host India's diaspora. Australia, right? So approximately 18 million diaspora जो है that lives in foreign countries, right? And India's diaspora is forms the largest in the world according to World Migration Report, right? India की जो diaspora है that forms the largest in the world, right? So India की अगर हम diaspora की बात करें, so that presents several opportunities for India that we have already discussed. What are the opportunities that India's diaspora actually provide to India, right? Then we talk about the challenges. What are the challenges that are being faced by India's diaspora, right? So if we talk about the opportunities, so we have already discussed that they help in the transfer of technology, transfer of ideas, transfer of knowledge, transfer of remittances, right? Then humanitarian assistance during extreme events, transfer of resources, right? That is being done by India's diaspora. So you can see here they serve as an important bridge to access knowledge, expertise, resources and markets for the development of country of origin, right, with the rest of world. So they actually provide more they make a country more visible, right? अगर आप globally देखो तो if your diaspora is there in many different countries, so that make जो भी country of origin है उसको it will make more visible, right, across the globe. So that is also one advantage. Then it is also an important tool of India's soft diplomacy or the diaspora diplomacy. We have seen that in the civil nuclear deal which happened in 2008 with the United States, how Indian diaspora actually lobbied for getting this deal successful, right? Then they also contribute to the growth and development of the country of their residents. So जहाँ पर भी हैं like Silicon Valley, several technocrats of Indian origin are there in Silicon Valley, several entrepreneurs, right? CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, right? They are all the achievers in their own fields. उसके अलावा transnational entrepreneurship, trade and investment, that is being encouraged, right? Large inflows of remittances, tourism, nation building and nation branding का tool होते हैं ये, right? So they help in nation building through remittances, right? And also they help in nation branding. So if you are branding your nation, you are doing cultural diffusion. अगर आप cultural diffusion वगैरह करते हो, अपने country के ideas को बाहर promote करते हो, right? You talk about the architecture of India, right? The Mughal architecture of India, right? Or the Rajput architecture. So people, when they will come to know about it, they will visit India. So that is what is the cultural diffusion. The values of India, Indian tradition abroad, right? The tribal cultures. So people come to visit those things, right? Also the natural values, the natural beauty of India. So the diaspora, Indian diaspora, that promotes those things outside, right? And when these things become more visible, people come to see that. So the tourism is boosted, right? So diffusion of experience and exposure, yoga, ayurveda, Indian cuisine, that all attracts tourists, that all helps in branding of India, right? So incredible India ke under mein, this is an important tool, it can be used as an important tool under incredible India, right? But here we will mainly focus upon what are the challenges that are being posed by the diaspora, right? What are the challenges that are being faced by the diaspora? So we'll talk about region wise, right? Indian diaspora in the West Asian countries, Indian diaspora in Western nations like USA, Europe, right? Then Indian diaspora in Southeast Asian countries, right? We'll talk about that region wise कि क्या challenges हैं वहाँ पर. So अगर हम वेस्ट एशिया की बात करें, वेस्ट एशिया में we have seen that low oil prices and slower global growth is resulting in job cuts for India. So यहाँ पर क्या है, क्यों है ऐसा? इसलिए है कि when there is economic slowdown, right, oil prices are falling, and we have seen that जो भी West Asian countries में economy है, they are totally dependent upon oil, right? वहाँ पे diversification of economy is very minimal, right? So diversification of economy is minimal, so obviously if the oil prices would be low, their economy would be affected, their economic slowdown would be seen, and then that will result to job losses for Indians, right? उसके अलावा वहाँ पे internal conflicts ही इतने ज़्यादा हैं, internal conflicts, and it is a region which is marred with several instabilities, proxy wars are there, so regional instability यहाँ पर ज़्यादा है, राइट? सो रीजनल इंस्टेबिलिटी का इम्पैक्ट भी हमें डायस्पोरा को में देखने को मिलता है, राइट? शिया सुन्नी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हैं, रेडिकलिज्म अमंग पीपल दैट इज इंक्रीजिंग, सो इट इज़ अ डायरेक्ट सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट टू इंडियंस, इंक्रीजिंग इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ ISIS इन द रीजन, सेवरल प्रॉक्सी वॉर्स दैट इम्पैक्ट्स आर डायस्पोरा ऑल्सो. उसके अलावा वहाँ पर रिग्रेसिव पॉलिसीज़ हैं, लेबर पॉलिसीज़ लाइक काफला लेबर सिस्टम. According to International Labour Organization, it is a new form of slavery, right? Kafila system. So this is what? This is regressive policy, right? And it actually violates the basic principles, human rights of the India's labor who are working there, particularly the blue collared ones, right? Then also we have seen that in the areas of in West Asian countries there is competition from migrants from the areas like Bangladesh, Pakistan, तो वो भी issues है. उसके अलावा यहाँ पे human trafficking is also seen, human right violation is seen. So these are the problems in the West Asian countries. अब अगर हम USA, Canada and UK की बात करें, these are the Western countries. So यहाँ पे क्या है, यहाँ पे the diaspora faces racial discrimination, राइट? क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे colonial mindset है, they believe in white men supremacy, राइट? उनकी रेस सुपीरियर है, वाइट मैन सुपरमेसी में बिलीव करते हैं, राइट? सो स्टिल द पीपल हैव रेशियल कॉलोनियल माइंडसेट, सो रेशियल डिस्क्रिमिनेशन फेस करना पड़ता है. उसके बाद सपोर्ट ऑफ द डायस्पोरा इज नीदर ऑटोमेटिक नॉर कंटिन्यूअस, राइट? एंड देयर इंटरेस्ट need not be India's priority. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं एग्जाम्पल, द इंडियन कम्युनिटी इन USA was not vocal enough in criticizing Donald Trump's proposal for H-1B visa program. We have seen that USA is a country, it is a melting pot of identities, right? So here people, they actually, the Indian community in USA, they are not so much concerned about India's interest in USA, right? So that also becomes a problem. Then between these countries there are always visa issues, right? Visa issues क्योंकि इन कंट्रीज़ की जो माइग्रेशन पॉलिसी है, इन कंट्रीज़ की माइग्रेशन पॉलिसी रेस्ट्रिक्टिव रहती है, राइट? एंड दे प्रमोट कि वाइट माइग्रेशन जो है वो ज़्यादा रहे. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ये पॉलिसी काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, वाइट माइग्रेशंस को बढ़ावा देते हैं, बाकी माइग्रेशंस को दे डोंट एनकरेज, राइट? यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ में भी दिस थिंग इज़ विजिबल, वाइट माइग्रेशन, राइट? दो USA में ये चीज़ इतनी नहीं है, बट स्टिल in UK and Australia it is very much high. So again, तो यहाँ पे उनकी वीज़ा पॉलिसीज इस तरीके की होती हैं that they are discriminatory in nature, right? Then in today's term we talk about कि protectionism बढ़ रहा है, protectionism बढ़ रहा है. We have seen that phenomena is like Brexit, right? So protectionism is increasing, that is again not in the interest of globalization, not in the interest of global trade, movement of people and all, so that becomes a problem, उसके अलावा आप यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ में इस तरीके के मूवमेंट्स लाइक सेपरेटिस्ट मूवमेंट, राइट, डिमांड फॉर खालिस्तान and all, that is also being put forward, so that becomes a challenge, right? Then politicization of diaspora is also a problem. They demand dual citizenship and voting rights. So wealthier diasporas from USA, Canada, UK, they want dual citizenship also, right? Then sometimes there is misutilization of remittances. India faced problems due to foreign funding for extremist events. So sometimes funding इस channel से की जाती है कि they are funding extremist movements like Khalistan, right? Then we have also seen that there is problem of brain drain. If more and more people, Indian origin people, they are moving abroad, so we see that brain drain bhi hota hai, right? Hargobind Khurana, he went to he took foreign nationality. He was a migrant from India. So after he took nationality of other country, he got the Nobel Prize. So there is also this brain drain issue that we see, right? Then because of the security issues are there. So since we have talked about the West Asian countries, so वहाँ पे that is the region which is marred with regional instability, right? यहाँ पे जो है terrorist influence है so much that यहाँ पे evacuation में issues आते हैं. We have talked about Operation राहत जो इंडिया ने किया था in Yemen, Operation संकट मोचन in South Sudan, right? So यहाँ पर rescue करना है Indian people को from these countries of distress, that also becomes an issue, right? Also, we have seen that increasing competition from countries like Bangladesh and Pakistan, right? And also this minimum referral wages policy, जिसके तहत आप easily लेबर को हायर कर सकते हो and then आप उसको रिमूव कर सकते हो, right? आप countries like बांग्लादेश एंड पाकिस्तान से ज़्यादा लेबर्स माइग्रेट कर रहे हैं, सो ऑब्वियसली दे प्रोवाइड मोर चीप लेबर. सो वहाँ पे उनको हायर करना कंपनीज के लिए ज़्यादा ईजी है, ज़्यादा उनके इकोनॉमिक इंटरेस्ट में है, राइट? सो अगेन यहाँ पर एक इस तरीके का जो है इशू फेस करना पड़ता है. उसके बाद अगर हम बात करें साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्रीज़ में, तो साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्रीज़ में कंट्रीज़ लाइक म्यांमार, सो उनकी अपनी नेशनलिस्ट पॉलिसीज़ रहती हैं, सो दे ऑल्सो डोंट एनकरेज सो मच ऑफ माइग्रेशन, राइट? तो वहाँ पे इंडियंस आपको बहुत ज़्यादा डायस्पोरा में नहीं मिलेंगे इन कंट्रीज लाइक म्यांमार, राइट? सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द चैलेंजेस दैट आर diaspora is facing. And then the COVID, so COVID led economic slowdown, right? And every country was more focused upon their own residents, about their own citizens. So Indian diaspora abroad, they face several problems. Their job loss happened. So job loss के बाद में those who were coming back to India, so वहाँ पर they were facing several prejudices कि they are not affected by COVID and all. So these are some of the challenges that we see कि India's diaspora face. Now if we talk about conclusion, so conclusion में you always have to end it on a positive note, right? Positive note में बात करेंगे, you have to talk about that India's diaspora, they have been a model minority because they are affluent, their numbers are growing. We have seen India's diaspora जो है that forms it is largest in number across the world, right? So they are a very important tool of India's foreign policy, right? India's diaspora diplomacy and a tool of soft power. तो हमें यहाँ पर इनको अच्छे से यूज़ करना है, and also we have to ensure that we have energetic relationship with them, right? More people to people engagement, right? And more people centric policies that we make will be more in our interest. So यहाँ पे you can talk about some of the steps that are being taken by India, right? So यहाँ पे आप प्रवासी भारतीय कौशल विकास योजना की बात कर सकते हैं, वंदे भारत मिशन की बात कर सकते हैं. So these are some of the steps that are being taken by India to promote our diaspora, right? So you can talk about that. So this was it for this lecture. Thank you.